What's up, YouTube? This is Too Raw for TV. First of all, I want to give a shout out to Luis for his donation to the channel. Thank you, Luis, for your donation to this channel. And I'm glad you appreciate this content, man. I'm glad you enjoy the content that I put on this channel. And I will try to always do as many videos for you and everybody else that watches my channel. And to anyone else that want to donate to my channel, show love to Raw for TV, you can do so in the link provided in the description box below. Now, let's talk about Demarcus Cousins, all right? Now, of course, Demarcus Cousins recently signed with the Los Angeles Lakers. And we all know that Demarcus Cousins, because of the various injuries he's suffered over the past year to year and a half or whatever, it's dramatically reduced his market value. I think it's bullshit to an extent. I understand injuries reducing a player's market value somewhat, but not to the extent that the media talks to the point where they act like a team shouldn't even take a chance on this guy. You know, like that's bullshit. Or as the old saying go that's balderdash, you know? But Demarcus Cousins is doing everything in his power to battle that perception of him. That team shouldn't take a risk on him. If you noticed Demarcus Cousins recently, you'll notice that he's slimmed down quite a bit, even since the NBA Finals just a month or so ago. He's dramatically lost a lot of weight, and he has admitted that conditioning has been a problem for him. He admitted that recently. Now, apparently, he's lost a lot of weight due to him switching to a vegan diet. Um, and this has contributed to him dropping a substantial amount of weight. I do feel just the need to just say something though, like first of all, when you suffer injuries like that to your extremities, an Achilles tear, then several months later, well, he recovered from the surgery and the rehabilitation process, and then was able to come back. But then he suffers a quadriceps tear in the second game of the playoffs this past year, which is, I think, was in mid-April. Was able to battle back and make it in time for the NBA Finals. You have to think that he's not going to be doing a whole lot of running. That's not the primary thing you're doing when you have an Achilles tear, and then subsequently months later, or years later, or a year later, whatever, then you tear your quad. Now, maybe some people will say, well, weight had something to do with it. I think what it really had to do with the fact that it probably had something to do with maybe Demarcus favoring, you know, uh, a leg or something out there. You would think that has something to do with it. Maybe the added weight did contribute to it to an extent. But I just think that the weight thing is going to correct itself eventually. It was going to correct itself when he got truly healthy. And Demarcus Cousins, and a Ticket TV did a video about this yesterday, he's completely healthy now. So now he can focus on the other things that might be contributing or that were contributing to the injuries. Yeah, the weight probably did contribute to some of the injuries or making some of the injuries worse or causing some of the injuries, but now that he's completely healthy, now he can focus on the contributing causes to some of these things, the weight gain. DeMarcus is one of those guys that he's a big guy, large frame. And I know this from personal experience. You have a tendency to put on weight. You know, DeMarcus is probably one of those guys. And you could just look at his face and tell when he's getting a little bit bigger. The same thing with Joel Embiid. When you're a big guy, and Charles Barkley, even though he's not 7 feet tall, but he has a large frame. You're a big guy. You can't. If you're an athlete, you can't do what other athletes can do. Like, I guarantee you, especially when they were younger, Michael Jordan probably could enjoy a couple of days of feasting on porterhouse steaks and eat some pizzas and things like that. Maybe he was younger. I'm pretty sure he took care of his body like a Spartan, but I'm pretty sure he had times where he ate badly. Wouldn't affect him. Probably wouldn't gain a pound. Maybe a pound, shit that right out. I'm not trying to be gross, but come on. DeMarcus Cousins, he tries something like that, he'd probably gain 10 pounds in a week. That's probably just how his body is. So hopefully with this situation, he could be able to keep the weight off. I'm pretty sure with all of the negative press out there, everybody just shitting on this guy. The motivation is there for him, I think, to have an outstanding season. I think DeMarcus Cousins, now he's not going to average 27 points per game because he's playing on a team that's too talent stacked. But I bet you he's going to have a stellar season. I wouldn't be surprised if DeMarcus averages something like, just off the top of my head, 18 points, maybe 11 rebounds, 3.5 assists. I think he's going to shoot the ball very well. I think he'll be somewhere in the 47-48% range. He's not usually a 50% shooter because he takes a lot of outside shots. Like I said, I think he's going to be like 47+% shooting. I guarantee you. I think he's going to shoot the ball very well from outside, probably somewhere in the upper 30 percentile. I think he's going to have a great, great season. I think the Lakers are going to be laughing all the way through the regular season, and all the teams didn't want to take a chance on this guy because of those injuries. Because DeMarcus Cousins, we have to remember, he was the best center. And I've said this time and time again. He was the best center in the NBA. All right, for a number of years, and at best, he was the best center along with Joel Embiid, who, when he's healthy, is an absolute beast, and his weight is under control as well. But that, look, there's a lot of DeMarcus Cousins haters out there, a lot of doubters, and I don't really understand it. It's not like as if his level of play just tailed off for no reason. You know what I'm saying? Or he's inconsistent. The guy averaged, I think, 16-8 or something last year, dealing with the injuries still, dealing with the conditioning problems. He still put up 16-8. That's pedestrian for DeMarcus Cousins. But if you're a GM for any other franchise, you would love to have a big man. You would love to have a fifth, a five, putting up numbers like that. Brook Lopez would be praised putting up 16-8. Not to knock Brook Lopez, but he's not DeMarcus Cousins. You know what I mean? So, yeah. And I also made a comment, I think it was on Ticket's video, and I said that I thought that DeMarcus Cousins is a future Hall of Famer, and someone said to me that he's far from that. Now, if DeMarcus Cousins was to retire all of a sudden, today, no, I wouldn't say he was a Hall of Famer quite yet, but I said he was on his way. He was a future Hall of Famer. Yeah, I do. I do believe that. He's already a 4-time All-Star. I think he's going to be an All-Star this year. And he's not even 30 years old yet. I don't know how old he is, but he's probably like 28, I guess. I don't follow these guys' ages too well. I think part of it is because a lot of these guys, I keep forgetting that these guys didn't come right out of 3-4 years of college. So I forget that a lot of these guys are coming in teenagers. I'm still thinking they're 21, 22, 23 coming in the league when I was growing up as opposed to. So sometimes I overstate their age a little bit. But Cousins got to be like 27, 28 or something like that, I guess. So he has still a long career ahead of him. And maybe this will be the year that DeMarcus Cousins finally win that elusive championship. And hopefully he will get the praise and the recognition that he so dutifully deserved as one of the best centers, if not the best overall center in the NBA. But tell me what you guys think.